Thank you. So at this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Councilmember Agran if you want to make a motion.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I move that the City Council authorize and direct the city manager to do the following. 1, facilitate commencement of an independent, comprehensive forensic audit of the Orange County Power Authority pursuant to the provisions of the capital loan agreement between the city and OCPA. 2, that we authorize and direct the city manager to retain special legal counsel and other appropriate specialists to A, advise and assist the city in determining the near-term viability of the OCPA as a power purchasing entity, and B, advise and assist the city in mitigating and otherwise limiting any actual and potential losses to the city and the city taxpayers and electricity ratepayers. And 3, make a progress report at a continued, that is to say, continuance of this meeting, to a special meeting of the Irvine City Council at 1 p.m. on June 28, 2022. Such progress report shall include any request by the city manager for additional authority and or direction that he may deem necessary to secure the cooperation of OCPA officials and others in pursuing and protecting the city's interests. That's the motion.
And if I could ask Councilmember Agran.
Second.
What, can you, Councilmember Kim, I'm in the middle of a sentence right now, if you could hold off. If you could also add in this review that we ask our city staff, city manager, to determine if the approach being taken by OCPA staff when it comes to agendizing items or special meetings, if those are appropriate and or legal, and PRAs as well.
Yes, I'd be willing to accept that. I don't know about the phraseology. These 3 points obviously are dealing with the financial realities, the lack of information, and so forth.
We're just adding the 3 others.
So if you want to add to this a 4th provision that I guess goes to the question of management and procedure at OCPA, that's fine with me.
Thank you. So if we could add the review of agendizing items, special meetings, and PRA requests, then I will second your motion.
Can I ask a question of the staff? There's a direction in the motion to have this brought back to us at 1 p.m. on the 28th. I don't know that I'm going to be available for that meeting. I'm going to make every effort to, but would the staff be prepared to have all of that information by the 28th with the noticing requirements and such? I know this is something that we felt challenged by previously with our policies and procedures over noticing and how much information to have. So I just want to make sure that you feel that you and the team have an adequate amount of time to compile this information.
Certainly. What I would surmise as we get into this review process, we'll likely have some of the information available. I suspect we won't, in 2 weeks, be able to gather all of the requested information. And if the council is so willing to allow for a progress report on where we're at, we can certainly provide an update on the efforts we've made, if that's the council's direction. The full comprehensive review, again, I suspect will take a little bit longer than 2 weeks. Based on the council's direction tonight, we'll take this all back in-house, come up with a work plan on how we intend to move forward with this review and audit, and we'll certainly keep the council in the loop on what we're suggesting and thinking about doing. And again, as it relates to the meeting on the 28th, Vice Mayor Coe, I think it's a fair point. As long as the council is aware, I don't think, again, we can get all of the information packaged and ready, but we can certainly provide an update on where we're at if that is the council's pleasure.
Thank you. And also for clarification, just wanted to ask, the motion includes special counsel. Is that something that we would have to hire out, or is this something that we can work within the council we have for the city?
Certainly, I think with our city attorney and the services of Rattan, we have tremendous access to legal resources. What I, again, would suggest is if this is the council's direction, we'll take this in-house and identify if there are other special support mechanisms that we do need or outside consultants. We'll certainly keep the council apprised and certainly wouldn't move forward without in any way that would be inappropriate. I think we'd only engage additional support if we felt like we needed that level of expertise.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. With that, we do have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, City Clerk, will you please conduct a roll call vote?
Councilmember Agran.
Yes.
Councilmember Kim.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kuo.
Yes.
Mayor Khan.
Yes.
Carries 4-0. Councilmember Carroll absent.